guys, it's Cookies FM here, and we are back for another year, another season of FM, and let's get straight into it. So if you follow me on Twitter, which is at Cookies FM, will be on the screen now, as you can see, then you'll know a few weeks ago did a poll about what save that I should be doing. Now you can clearly see what save we are doing. It's AFC Bournemouth, the Red Cherries, the one, the only, taking over Eddie Howe's position. Sorry, Eddie. These are the leagues we got loaded. Now, most of them are view only, just so that we do get to look into the leagues, see how they're doing. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe we get regens from those countries. I'm not quite sure on that, so if someone does know how that affects the regions from those countries, like Germany, France, that sort of thing, put in the comments below, and we'll discuss that. Obviously, we've got the British leagues available. Haven't loaded Ireland because they're not in the UK, but we have loaded England down to the Vanarama League North and South, Northern Ireland down to its lowest level, Scotland down to League 2, and the Welsh Premier League, because why not? And as you can see, we're not adding any key staff. We are disabling player attribute masking, just something that I like to do, something I've always done. I do play online games where those attributes are masked, so I was kind of get a bit of both this way around, but just something I like to do. Let me know in the comments what you prefer. Obviously, prevent the use of the in-game editor. Don't want none of that on here. And then large database, just under 20,000 players, starting on the 10th of July. So we'll go ahead and start that up. Thank you very much, and we'll be back in a second. And here we are setting up our manager profile. So we are Cookies FM, as we've established. English, Bournemouth place of birth, our favourite team, Manchester United. Those that you don't know me, Manchester United are my favourite team. They are the team I've supported since 4 years old, 4 or 5, mainly for one reason, and that is David Beckham, hero for me when I was growing up. So that is the main reason, and I've followed them ever since. Loved them, hated them, whatever. They are my team. And as you can see, preferred formation 4-4-2, and then another variation of a 4-4-2 there. Appearance looking very snazzy. Navy suit, red tie, salmon pink coloured shirt, nice bright white shoes. Looking lovely. We'll come back when I've decided what I'm going to be doing. And we're back. Now, as you can see, I've made it a little bit harder, only being Continental C licensed coaching badge, which is what I have in real life. Again, for those that don't know me, I've worked at a lot of professional clubs, Crawley, Derby County, Macclesfield. Well, Macclesfield is semi-professional, but yeah, we'll skip past that bit. So yeah, this is what we've got. We're going with 16 attacking, 16 tactical, 16 technical, and 19 working with youngsters. Determination, level of discipline, and motivating all at 15, with man management being at 12 and knowledge being at 5. Now, I don't value knowledge very high because I have the attribute masking not on. So what that means is I get to see all the stats of all the players that I'm looking at whenever I want. If you put the masking on, then obviously your player knowledge, youngster knowledge, will determine how many of those stats you can see. And welcome into the save, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have the home screen for AFC Bournemouth. And one thing I did want to talk you through is that astronomical rise. Starting in League One, steady period in League One as I was going through my teens, then dropping into League Two for a season. Remember that? Remember it very, very well. Then obviously rising up again, bit of a yo-yo club between League One and League Two, Bournemouth were. Then financial worries started to come in. This was the season, League Two here, 2008-2009. Eddie Howe really, really pulled it all together, beating the minus points to stay up on the last game of the season, and promotion after promotion, really. Obviously 2 seasons in League One there. then promoted, finishing second. Steady season in Championship, promoted the next season, winning the league, and then just building on. So obviously my aim for this save and series is to build on what Eddie Howe has laid down for me. Now obviously I will try and get him to come back to the club at some point, but I don't think it's going to happen somehow. One thing I have noticed is down as Rich. Rich, you having a laugh, ain't you? 24 mil in the bank. Debts and loans. See, look at it. See, gift loans. So these gift loans are repayable on departure of the chairman. So when the chairman leaves, now I'm not sure whether that's Jeff Mostyn himself or whether it's the Russian guy. Dean Court Stadium, average stadium, paying 300 grand a year to the council. And Bournemouth Council are not very supportive of AFC Bournemouth. If you knew that or didn't know that, but in current times in real life, they are looking to build a new stadium in a place called Kings Park, where the Bournemouth County Athletics happens. So let's crack on with looking around. So what we're going to do is just look around, have a look at everything, maybe line up some potential targets, some loans or transfers, or even free transfers maybe, to try and improve the squad. There will be some improvements needed, definitely some squad depth, and then we'll look at some potential lineups and tactics that I want to try out, as well as some well trusted. So first look then is the under-18 squad, seeing what talent we have in this young squad, and as we can see already at the top is Ryan Glover, right winger, probably midfield more actually, but again, yeah, he's okay. Probably not going to turn into a world-class player, maybe your average run-of-the-mill midfielder, probably similar level to a Tom Cleverley, that sort of level I reckon, 2.5 to 3.5 stars, sorry. So yeah, we can sign him up, get him out on loan as quick as we can, and then we've got these 3 players here, so just quickly have a look at them. Tom Hanfrey, left back, full backs, decent role, marking not great, yeah, not great in many of those key roles, key attributes actually. Yeah, so James Boot, I'm loving this Mazzala role and this Carrilero, absolutely loving them. We'll go through that when we look at the tactics a little bit later. But centre midfielder, averagely okay. I'm not expecting anything from these players that I'm highlighting, but they are just the best of the under-18s that we have at the moment at Bournemouth Academy. Will Dennis, goalkeeper. Can't really see him turning into much, to be honest with you. Let's go on to the next squad, which is the under-23s. Now, I haven't sorted out these squads at all. I've just literally plugged in play, and that's what we've got. So quite a better potential in here, I feel. These 2 guys are, I've not seen them turn out because I've not gone far enough into a save yet, but they look like they could do a job. Mikhail Njoli, 18 years old, English, left winger, potential 4 stars. Potentially Corey Jordan out for 6 months, could damage his potential. Centre back, 18 years old, and look at those stats. Okay, marking, tackling, not great. You can work on them. Technical stats you can always work on. Matt Butcher, gotta love this guy. Got to love this guy. Look at that, Mazzala, perfect. Yeah, 2.5, 3.5 stars potential. Could go the same, similar. I mean, he's 20 years old, so his rate of development is shortened a little bit, but yeah, we can see what we can do with him. And a couple of players in here that we will be trying to get rid of. So Adam Federici, I think, look at those technical stats, absolute quality. 32 years old, I'm not sure. My first instinct is to get rid of him. Like Royce Wiggins, left back. Bournemouth have too many left backs, man. So I'm gonna try and get rid of him. He's been at the club a while. And then yeah, he's got not really any more higher potential than the under-18s. We've got Lewis Grabban out on loan, Max Grado out on loan, Bailey Cargill, Ryan Allsop, Ben Whitfield, Mihai Drogba, all out on loan as well as some others. That's the under-23s. Let's have a look at the main squad. Begovic, Adam Smith, right back, most likely to be kept around the club. Simon Francis, 32 years old, can play right back and centre back, equally as good as each other. Steve Cook, the main man, centre back, of course he is. Charlie Daniels, left back, as we've already said. Tyrone Mings and Brad Smith, as we've already mentioned, left back. Nathan Ake, so excited to see how this lad turns out. So much potential. 22 years old, can play left back, centre back, defensive mid, centre mid. Can play so many positions. The versatility on this lad is unbelievable. Andrew Sermon, okay, yeah, he's a weak spot. It's not Premier League quality as I would see it, but he's there. Could be a good shooter for Lewis Cook, who we go on to next. Lewis Cook, absolutely legend of the last few FMs. So much potential, so much. You look on a Wonder Kids list, this lad is there every time. Emerson Hindman, again out on loan last season to Rangers, come back, he's ready for first team action, and I'll be honest with you, I'm going to give it to him. Harry Arter, box-to-box midfielder. Ireland's best, I say. Dan Gosling, decent backup for Harry Arter, and that's what he will be doing. Mark Pugh, again, this lad, unsure whether to keep him or not. 30 years old, can play left wing, right wing, left mid, right mid. Good versatility on both wings. Junior Stanislas, injured, 3 months. It's a problem. That is a problem. I do like Junior. He was going to be my main left winger, but gonna have to rethink that now. Jordan Ibe, what a player. 21 years old, 3.5 stars, almost 4.5 potential. He's going to play a big role, I feel it. Ryan Fraser, this is who he could play on the left wing, but he can play right wing as well. So, you know, going to have to see him pre-season, see how they get on, see what's working, see what's not. Conor Mahoney, brought from Blackburn. Doesn't say how much we brought him for, but it's probably a free transfer, knowing Eddie Howe. 20 years old, right winger, can play up front, probably better off as a right winger. Josh King, absolute god of a Norwegian football player. He will be playing back up to the main man, Jermaine Defoe. 34 years old, back home where he belongs. 3.5 stars, can't ask for anything more. Benica Phoebe, sort of like a lost man at the moment. A lost man, but we're going to find him. We are going to find him. 24 years old, lots of potential, and there he is, injured 4 months at the start of the season. Callum friggin' Wilson, 4 stars, and he looks tasty. Let's move on and let's have a look at the staff. Here we are. Let's look at who we're going to be working with. Coaching team. Who we got? Jason Tyndall. Not bad. If I'm being honest, I'd be inclined to get rid of him because he's not great in terms of FM. Head of Youth Football, Joe Roach. Love Joe Roach. Such a nice guy. 2 goalkeeping coaches. Now, you know the one thing that's annoyed me actually with this FM? They've added a 3rd goalkeeping coaching category. So that means I need 3 goalkeeping coaches now. Not happy, lads. Not happy. Fitness coach. He's young. He's got good potential to make a good fitness coach in the future. He's lacking in the actual fitness attribute right now, but his mental stats are quite good. 3 coaches, Simon Weatherstone, pretty average. He's probably going to stay at the club, see if he improves. The one, the only, the legend, that is Steve Fletcher. What a legend, an absolute legend for the club. I would be surprised if he's not an icon. Check that out in a minute. And then another ex-player, Stephen Purchase, great left back in his time. One of the players that helped Bournemouth escape the minus points, if I recall correctly. Let's just have a look at the icon. Oh, he's even better. He's a legend right there. Right there. Go, let's just have a look at icons while we're here. Oh my Days, there's loads. Look at them. Look at them all. Eddie Howe, Matt Holland, Phil Bowyer, John Bond, Jermaine Defoe, Wade Elliott, James Hayter, Neil Young, Luther Blissett, Harry Redknapp, Jason Pearce, Sean O'Driscoll, Carl Fletcher, Stephen Robinson, Ian Cox, John Bailey, Warren Cummings, Jason Tyndall. Jason Tyndall's got a higher stance in the game. Shwan Jalal, always struggle with that name. Darren Anderton, what a player. Like a poor man's David Beckham. Anton Robinson, Joe Roach, Mel McKean. Right, let's go back to what we were actually meant to be looking at. So yeah, it's coaching staff for the first team. Let's have a quick look at medical. Chief Doctor, Mickey Reed. Head of Sports Science, Daniel Hodges. I'm liking that these guys, these sports scientists, have actually got attributes now. And as players of Football Manager, we know what their job is now. Last season it was a bit, might as well get him. Don't know what he does. It's got no attributes, but it still does the job. It's actually got attributes. It's a 12. It's not bad. It's not great. Physio, Steve Hard. Quality man, this guy. 16 physio. Quality. Sports scientist, 13. It's better than the head. What can I do, lads? What am I going to do? Scouting and transfers. Chief Scout, Richard Hughes. Ex-player. I'll say ex-Portsmouth. There he is, ex-Portsmouth. Garvan Stewart. Yeah, not really familiar with this guy, but it's the chief data analyst. And again, like the scientist last season, didn't know what they did, didn't know what attributes to get, so you just got him. Probably most people let their director of football get him. But this year, they've got attributes. You know what you're going to improve. Andy Howe, Eddie Howe's little nephew. Might keep him around. Depends if he's causing any problems. Simon Gillet, ex-Yeovil Town. Shout out to the Yeovil. Yeah, he's pretty crap. John Yems, the actual head of scouting at AFC Bournemouth. The dad of one of my partner's good friends. He's alright. He's quite decent. Steve Lovell. Played for Bournemouth. Never heard of him. Must have been a good player. And then, yeah, we just got 3 data analysis. Senior squad, under 23s and under 18s. Let's have a look at all of them. Overview, that's what we want. Under 23s, let's have a look. We've got Carl Fletcher, manager. Mark Molesley, assistant manager. Under 18s, coaching team. Alan Connell, the striker. Oh, what a legend. Assistant manager, Graham Mills. Gareth Stewart, goalkeeper in his playing day, I think. Yeah. Might just sign him up to be the third goalkeeping coach. Okay, let's go and have a look at the fixtures. And we're at the fixtures. Now I realise I've probably been rattling on a bit too much, so we're just going to go through the next few bits. Nice and quick, nice and sharpish, and hope this video doesn't go over 35 minutes. So, friendlies, Rangers, Braintree and Huesca. Now obviously I haven't done these, assistant manager's done them, Tyndall old matey boy. So yeah, what I tend to do is redo them all. So I usually get rid of them and just give ourselves a bit of a challenge. First 5 league games, here we go. Leicester away, Southampton at home, nice rivalry there. West Ham at home, West Brom at home before we face Manchester City away. Let's have a look at potential targets. And we're here, the scouting list. So a lot of people complaining about this, saying it's too difficult, it's too hard to see, but I tell you, I like it. I like it a lot. So here's the transfer list, and Markovic has been listed straight away, but we won't need any wingers, we've got them in abundance. So we're looking, maybe Stefano Sturaro, very good player, very good defensive midfielder. Yeah, let's just have a little gander. Adrian Mariappa, Jamaican, Watford, maybe an Ashley Young. If he's gonna drop to wing back, There's so many players that we could get that might be good. And what you would have noticed in the top right is 14 million in the transfer budget, which gives us a lot to play with. This lad will definitely be coming in. Axel Twanzebe, what I'm going to do, add him to shortlist. He's going to be coming in for a definite. Marko Grugic, he might come in. You never know. We might need strength and depth in the midfield. I would like to bring in maybe another striker while Callum Wilson's out injured, so maybe Calvert-Lewin or Tarajaj might come in. And then we're looking really at a right back coming in. Now, I'd love for that to be Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he is a great right back. John Joe Kenny, another one, another great right back. He's got a lot of potential. Those are a couple of players that we might look at, and you have to find out in the next couple of episodes who we're going to go for. What transfers, loans, free transfers maybe that we bring in or don't bring in. Maybe we just stick with what we got. Who knows? Let's go and have a look now at our potential first team lineup. And here we are. Starting lineup. So this is something of what it might look like. The roles may change. I'm not liking that fullback is not well known by my fullbacks. Wing back might be the way to go, but we'll have a look at that. And again, might change these to ball playing defenders. I'm liking the middle, however I may move up here and Stanislas may move up here, giving the middle to a bit of space to play with. Now obviously Wilson is injured, so it's more than likely for Benicophobe to be playing that role. Now obviously he's not very good at advanced forward, so we may have to swap them around, but I really want Jermaine Defoe to play that poacher. Josh King may be the one then. Again, not great advanced forward, but we may be looking at a King or Defoe partnership, or Benicophobe and Defoe partnership. Now obviously we've got these players in the first team ready for the subs bench, but we need to go through our under 23s and decide who's going to come up and who's going to stay in there. Thank you for watching this first episode. It's been a long while since I have done YouTube, so apologies for me rambling on. So much to get through, so little time. Do drop a comment if you like the intro and outro videos, or clips I should say. Subscribe, why not? If you're new and you want to know when I'm making more content, subscribe. My website for my blog is on the screen now. San Marino Club and Country is the focus for my blog this season. Hoping it lasts for the whole season. That would be great. Trying to get San Marino to #1. But that's my blog. Loads of support for it, as I've said. People like Cleon, According to FM, Dazza FM, loads and loads of people. Loads. What I will be doing in future episodes is at the end of the video I'll be giving people a shout out. So if you want to be someone that gets shouted out on my video, just drop a comment below. I'll add you to the list, and we'll get our fellow FM content creators just more publicity, more support, and just keep supporting everyone. Not just me. Love it when you watch my videos, but so many good ones out there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.